Alright, since I since you don't know what I was talking about, I have to tell you again. So I restarted the stream, and that's because I had some issues with my computer where I have some overcurrent going on in one of my USB units. So I don't know what it was, but I reconnected them one by one, and the fault was it was gone. So it was maybe just temporary or something glitching, I don't know. Anyway, since I was disconnecting every unit, every thing, so I had to reset the sound source for the stream. So that was the only thing, and I didn't pay attention, so I didn't see that. You can hear the stream, you can hear the game, and you can hear me. So the last thing I was telling you guys was that I am a little concerned about this takeoff, since it's really strong crosswinds, like crazy strong, and we might maybe not make it. But I've done the checklist, and I've done all the preps I could, so let's just try it. And I want to go full flaps after maybe 1/3 of this runway. I really don't like that I got plenty of rocks behind me, like that's a little, what do I say, that's a problem. We can start from here, maybe do rolling start, so to speak. All right. Oh, no. One more time, hang on. I actually forgot one thing, one very important thing. Let's set the mixture. There, I've done it. Now it's done. So let's try to go around this and see if we can. Rolling start of some kind. There we go. Full right rudder, and it's really not helping. So I'm braking with my right brake. This is not good. No. Abort. Alright, so only way I can get this plane on the runway is with full right rudder and braking with the right brake. That's not gonna work out. Maybe you can try it from here, see if it's different in some way, but we'll not really. A little, but not really. Going through the bushes, right? There we go. Gears coming up. Oh shit. Laps 20. Whoa. Ah! We're going down, I'm sure. Yeah. Some trees and crap, yeah. This is... Yep, we're going down. That was that. Alright. So I was probably just stuck on that airport, so... Restart. Yeah, that was a bad choice. I was like, no, I'm not stuck. Yes, you are. You're gonna spend the night here and stream some camp stories and sit by the fire all night long. All right, I'm gonna reset the weather for what we have earlier, what we had, because this is not working out. Obviously, no one's gonna land here. No one's gonna take off from here. That was a little unfortunate, actually. Um, let's set few clouds today, and let's see the wind layer. To 10 was it? Something like that. And gusting 581. There. So this is what we got right now. And we're gonna... Maybe I should do one with only the windsock, right? All right. Well, this is doable. This is doable, I think. Not in my favor though, because it's gonna be really like a tailwind. But I still don't want to get myself into this crazy, crazy valley behind me. That's not really an option. All right. Lights. Trim for takeoff. Let's set the best. Fuel pump on. There we're gonna turn around. Oh, we need the other. Jesus, why do I have to choose it every time? I mean, I think it's supposed to remember my choice, but it doesn't. All right. Oh man, this is so repetitive. I'm tired of it. Kilo, Sierra, Mike, November, Letty. Let's go. Fuel up. All right. That's it. Whoa! It's still crazy. Wow. So bad. So bad. This might also go straight to airspeed, please. I didn't say what I was doing because I was focusing so much. Yeah, that was crazy. And all the bushes, I would definitely remove them before I try to take off. Alright, that was an ugly takeoff. So I don't know, maybe I should have tried the other way, but that one is much harder to perform. Landing line, taxi light off. Yeah, really bad choice, David. We got like a little more than half an hour of fuel. So we really need to gain some altitude now. Thinking of turning, just do a quick turn here and just turn into the wind. Go. So much more efficient. Two. Okay. Actually, oh yeah, 10 will be good, I think, yeah. See here. Here we go. Right, 45 minutes of fuel left right now. If we can get it over an hour, that would be swell. I think 11,000 would be better. There we go. And let's climb with 1,000 feet per minute. Where do I put on the oxygen, or do I need like external? There's no oxygen in the Cessna, so you probably have to have own tanks and stuff. I'm thinking because I see no outlets for oxygen. I mean, I think it's about 10,000. No. Nope. All right. Then that's what we have beside on the other seat, like on the passenger seat. No, the co-pilot seat. That's what we have, right? All right. I would want to have 12 actually. Let's go up and away. Alright, and how long is it? 37. Alright, let's settle on 11 then. 11,000 feet. I don't think I've set this one though. No, I haven't. Hang on. Alright, so we are above actually. That's okay. 200. There we go. 11,200. And now we can reduce. We only get 8.7 gallons left. And we kind of need so we are there in, how would I know that? Hang on. Doesn't say. And that's through charts. Approaches. $10,300. elevation 4,044. Nuts. Wow. Alright. 122 800. Runway 17.
Traffic Skylane November 7774 Delta, 25 miles, northwest 11,200 feet, inbound to land runway 17.
Estimated time 6.5 minutes. That would actually bring us to have 1 hour fuel left. So, well, not really, but I mean, we're really flying slow here. So let's get a bit more realistic. That would be something like this. 51 minutes. Sorry. Checking anything. getting closer for sure. .3 nautical miles left. What happened? This one started. Good lord, this is a bug. I have to listen to this guy all the way in. Yep, I can't even announce my position. You gotta freaking love this. Crapola. There we go. Crapola. .6 gallons left. Going down to 6,500. .1200 feet per minute. Prepare, landing lights, taxi lights on, brakes, pressure, check, fuel pump still on, lights, and all cowl flaps open. I'm actually surprised that most computers work as good as they do, since there are so many different kind of software, hardware, devices, modifications in softwares. Oh boy, I don't even know where to begin and where to end. So of course, and games that are in constant development, and mods or add-ons for those in constant development. I mean, it's doomed not to work, but it still works. I mean, on and off, but it works. So you never know really where to start looking. I think it's complex when things start to get, you know, your computer's starting to get problems, or you don't know where to look. But I kind of suspect that I have some issues with the hardware that makes everything more fragile and sensitive software-wise. Because, well, I had computers before that didn't have issues like this one has. And it's so inconsistent, totally inconsistent. If it's not this, it's that, and if it's not that, it's this and that. So it can be whatever. So my last crash, the one when I started this stream, or the one before this one, was supposed to be this one. That seemed to have to do with the fact that I loaded a saved flight, and that thing has always been somewhat of an issue with Microsoft Flight Simulator. When you save something and you have specific, you know, maybe with one of their planes it'll be fine, but when you have another plane with a lot of own functions, and then I have the camp, and I had that out when I saved it, so yeah, I'm thinking might have been a reason for it to crash. 5,500, 5,400, and need to, alright, 1,500 per minute, 1,500 feet per minute. I'm not gonna announce, just say I'm announcing downwind right now. We need to move further here because we are still too freaking high. This one won't. All right. 1,500. There we go. There it is. That's where we're going to fuel up before we continue. Disconnecting autopilot and prop full. Oh, that was not prop. They are so close by my levers that it's ridiculous. All right, need to set this one again. Need to set this one anyway because we are on lower altitude now. That's the peak. All right. Flaps 10. We are on base, you could say, ish. And gears coming down. Flaps 20. It's a cool place. It's kind of open, probably pretty windy here. Not many trees around. Full flaps. one puppy. One and a half, or more like a half at times. Seems that we are going to the end of the runway, so I'm gonna float for a bit. If I can help it. I do as a helicopter, so I taxi in the air. Here we go. Landing lights off. Announcing clear of the runway. Since we got some bug going on with that, I'm not gonna touch the radio right now. Not want to hear the weather guy talking to me 24/7. The weather guy. Alright, flaps are up. Can kill the pump. There we go. I need to be better with that. I'm kind of sloppy with the pump. I keep forgetting it, and it just runs and runs and runs and runs. That's not how you're supposed to use it. I think it's on during takeoff and landings, and otherwise off. And my checklist box is not entirely made for this plane. It's made for the Kodiak or something alike. But I kind of can translate some of the boxes for something else. So for TAWs and yaws, I have the fuel pump basically. That's what I use it for. And things. But I don't know. Missionary Bush Pilot Ryan probably has like a printable map for that, since he's the one making these originally. I made myself. I made my own. I really wanted to buy one of his, but it's just too freaking expensive for me, as it is for now at least. So I had to make my own. All right. Good. 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 All right. I actually wanted to fuel up, but we probably can get a truck here, so probably. There we go. All right. Taxi light off. There, and every light off actually. That's more I like it. All right. Fuel, please. Thank you. I wonder what the fuel cost is here. Let's find out. I think this one. You could do that. You could have a budget. That would be really cool. Kilo Sierra Mike November. Services, I guess. No, okay. Prices. There it is. Fuel prices. Landing fees. No feedback yet. No feedback yet, so I have no clue. Nothing in the system about how much it costs to fuel up here. Doesn't matter. He should lower his arms. That seems very, very exhausting. Oh. Alright. Fuel it is. And let's put in 60%. That would be like 20. No, not 20 really. 18. And we had like, I don't remember what we had, because you can't cancel this. Alright. Doesn't matter. 50 will do it. 50%, that's half a tank. And why can I have 50% exactly? Thank you. 15.25, so 30.5 gallons of fuel. I would put our weight with my gear and myself 2,347 pounds of maximum of 3,100 of takeoff weight. That doesn't make sense. There we go. Okay. Everything is bugging. It's so cute. So cute, yes. Alright, we got our fuel. We need to set up a flight plan. We don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. So, I guess this is a good time to find out. First off, destination. We need a destination, and let's put this one here. What? Oh, no. Current flight. What is going on? What? Yeah, that's it. And destination would be Belarus or Arco. No, let's take this one. Okay, Kilo Sierra Uniform November. Friedman, yeah. That's it. How long is it? Doesn't say. Okay. Let's see if we get some interesting on the way. Smaller airstrips, I'm thinking. I don't know how long it is, but we can take it one by one, really. Chile. We got a place called Chile here. Let's just fly and see what we can find on the way, really. We do that. Let's do that. So, we got this one will be removed. Yes, thank you. And there was Kilo Uniform. Already forgot. See? This is awesome. Sierra Uniform November. Yes, that's it. That's what we got. All right. Gesundheit. let's use their really expensive pushback service. I mean, why not? Right? Parking brake released. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk with them, right? That's it. Much obliged. Thank you very much. Let's start her up. Fuel pump on. Prime.
Clear prop.
All right. Hey, hey Vince. Sorry I didn't see you right. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for asking. I'm getting a little tired, but I still wanted to do some flying, so here I am. And how are you? Enjoying these mountains a lot. Such a pretty view. Yeah. We got 12 in the middle of night in 2 minutes, so. But it's really nice that you're all the way over there watching my stream. That's kind of cool, I think. Did you miss my flight plan? It's nothing to miss. It's a mess. I'm struggling still with I don't know, setting things up, like just not as easy as I want it to be, right? So, but for now we are. This is our flight plan. I'm gonna show you basically. So we are in Salmon, Lemmy Airport, and we go to Freidman. That's down in Belleville, or what is that? Hang on, I can read it. Bellevue. Still Idaho though. But Salmon, I think it's and actually Wyoming, I think. So it's like on the other side of the state border. And I mean, you didn't miss much. I struggled with starting a stream, and since I have issue with my USB units, I disconnected them all and put them back one at a time, just to locate the failure, and I didn't locate it. It just works now. Way, like that's the story of my computer. Now it works, and tomorrow it doesn't, and then it works again. So that's what's going on. So I didn't have any sound on the first stream, and I had some issues with it, with starting it, so with the whole game actually. Like I think I loaded a saved flight, and I had the camp out, and everything just didn't seem to, I don't know, match up or work out. So it crashed. Shocker, huh? My game crashed. And so I had to restart it, and then I noticed that I didn't have any sound either. So, and then I tried to take off from Lower Loon Creek, and I had crazy winds, like real weather. It was crosswinds, like the windsock was straight out like that, and I was like, I mean, Lower Loon Creek is so short, and it's full of bushes on the sides, and I mean, I wasn't able, so I kind of got airborne, and then I lost lift because of the winds coming down from the mountain, basically just pushing me down to the ground, and it was destined to fail, you know. So I had to go back to this, setup with the, I mean, the winds were not as intense, but still coming from the wrong direction. That's what I set up. So I had crosswinds coming a little bit from behind actually. So it was not a beautiful takeoff either, but I barely made it. That was it. That was the story of what you've missed. What was my last stream? You mean the last working one, the long one, the 3 hours something? That was no issue with that one actually. That one worked out pretty good, except for some stuttering towards the end, and then at the end it disappeared. So it worked out anyway. But yeah, stutters. I'm so sick of it. I actually really want a new computer. I'm starting to feel that. But I'm not the only one in this household who needs that. So we're two. It's my daughter and me. So, and maybe her way of using the computer maybe would work with this one. So I would try to reset it. Maybe, I don't know, but and see if it works, because I use it in a wider range, you could say, with way more units, or things, devices connected to the computer. So it might work perfectly for her, but not for me. So, all right, let's do a run up. Was like Mr. Pause. First off, I want to set the mixture. Spot. Down to 1700. No, 17. That's good enough. Landing lights on. Flaps are working. Good. And controls free and correct. He was leaning against his wall. Oh, sorry, I missed that. You wrote before. Sorry. Yeah, I'm getting tired. Okay. What's that? A server, like cool. And what does he use the server for? For flying? Or what? Simulators. Right, let's zoom this one out. And I'm not gonna bother ask for permission. I can just pretend that I do, because they have some bug with the radio here and I just get to hear the weather guy all the time. I mean, we can try, but traffic, select runway 17, and we are going south. Let's see if it works.
Kilo Sierra Mike November, traffic Skylane November 7774 Delta, taking off runway 17 south departure.
See, alright, that was an announcement. Okie dokie, no inbound flights from here and no crazy persons coming from the other side. I think we're good. Wow. Yeah, impressive though, even if it's old, right? Oh, that's admirable. Volunteer work for senior homes. Yeah, that's great. I love when people do that, stuff like that. Alright, let's go through the checklist. Sorry. Fuel. We got fuel and gauges, and we got amps, and we got oil pressure, and we got everything. We got everything. Shocker. Controls check. Switches check. Lights. I can't see anything in this one because it's homemade. Freaking. Yeah, I might have to buy one of Ryan's. Come up with a new one. Missionary Bush Pilot. Come up with a new one of these checkboxes, illuminated and a little bigger than the other ones. Alright, lights, everything. Checklist complete. Alright. What specs do you got on that? Here we go. We are all over the runway, as it feels anyway. All right. See, he just started. The weather guy is back. Gear's coming up. Tapping the brakes. Yeah, let's just... There, shut the F up. So annoying. Alright, let's climb out of here. That's another breakdown, sir. Right there. That's talent. Yes. landing. And climbing for 8,000 with 800 feet per minute. Should do it. Let's see. The old machine. Yeah. Oh. Was that the power supply? Giving up, maybe? Oh, okay. I mean, I bought this computer, was it? Oh, mate. Hang on, I'm just thinking. Time flies. I'm kind of like, was it 1 year or 2 years ago? But I think it was 1 year ago. More than 1 year, actually. It was 1 year, maybe 3 months or so, and it was a half a year old, so I bought it used. And I didn't know anything about the guy, so he could have, I mean, he built computers, he said, and he sold this one for another project. It's an i9 K10800, I think that's the name. So 5 gigahertz processor, and you can clock it up like on the motherboard. So I mean, it's no issue with that one. The memory still seems like intact and working, but I think is something with the USB. So if it's, I mean, software or if it's hardware, I don't know, but there's something going on with it. It's not entirely stable, you could say. Yeah, all right. Do you run the simulator on it? Like the flight sim? I don't know what this frame is about. That show up every now and then. It's like coming up a frame around my GPS. Am I going north now? Talk about confused. Oh boy. This is more than embarrassing, actually. Like, this is out of line. Out of line and alignment and out of everything. Jeez. Yeah. And that, my friend, is the reason I'm not a pilot. Just kidding. Yeah, but no. Yes. I mean, I struggle with that anyway. With exhaustion. And beside of that, it's been a hot week. I worked a lot and hard in the heat, so yeah. And all this brain exercise about learning how to fly. I mean, I have better days, I mean worse days of course, but it can be kind of intense, and I kind of want more than I do. So I'm doing a very simplified version of what flying is. I mean, I don't really file the flight plan, and I don't really, you know, check out airspaces. There's a lot of things I don't do, so it's like yeah, you need to have the routine to do stuff like that, and then it might not be exhausting, you know? Sophia, hi. What do you mean? Yeah, like, you can't afford the sim, or do you don't have a computer able to run it, or what? All right. I'm not planning on buying, but good luck to you. All right. Well, I mean, from what I know, you can get the base game just by, you know, what is that? You don't have to buy the game. You can just pay a monthly fee and get access to the game. So it's doable. Maybe not all the goodies, but it's still flying. And that doesn't cost much. What is it, like $9 a month, I think? Or not even that. Then of course you would have to have at least a Xbox controller, even if it's not preferable, but it's better than the keyboard. Yeah, Century of Flight. Right. Wasn't that the Flight Simulator X? What was it? Yeah, the Spirit of St. Louis. Yeah. Let's ease up on the throttle here. Just pushing her like crazy. Alright, we need more altitude. Let's say 10,000 for now. Climbing with 700 feet per minute should do it. Yeah, that is so cool. Yep, the pioneers. Alright, we're back on track. You could say. I was flying north, but I was supposed to go south. I mean, what is going on? Like, really? But yeah, I mean, I would say at least 40% of my exhaustion is about trying to handle the freaking computer and all of its malfunctions. So if I would have like a, and it doesn't matter if you have a decent setup, a new one that works perfectly, it doesn't matter, because eventually they will update the game and eventually it will not work, and eventually you will have problems anyway. So I'm just saying, I think I would, if, there might be a fairly good chance that if I start to fly in real life, that I would find it way more easy to, you know, contain the information and process it, because it doesn't lag, it doesn't malfunction, it is what it is. It's like consistent. That's, the knowledge is consistent and the technique is consistent. So it's not, I mean, yeah, you can have malfunctions on the plane obviously, but that's not the same thing as having problems every day with your computer. And also it kind of takes the edge of the fun, because in back of your head you can kind of worries you all the time, like, is it gonna, you know, every glitch or every stuttering is like, oh, it's gonna crash now, what is going on, like, you can't really relax and have fun with it. That's the way it is. So you know, it's kind of like, would I invest in a new computer? Would I really put my money on that instead of maybe, you know, getting the flight certificate, right? I mean, it's almost as, you know, it's a start. Doesn't cost us, it costs more than a computer, but to get a start, I think I would choose that, actually. This is just getting more ridiculous by the minute with all the updates, and they kind of like, I don't know, it's like an experiment and we are the guinea pigs. Like, the fuck? And we're paying for it. Like, what is that? We are paying for them to develop a game or a simulator. And the illusion of having fun, the illusion of I'm owning this. No, you don't own shit. If someone hacked your account, you lost. Everything is gone. Nobody's gonna repay you or give you back your stuff. You know, it's like it's not there. It's just ones and zeros, and you pay with actual money. Or would you say your time is actual? The money is also just ones and zeros, almost, right? Like it's on an account. So, but your time that you put down into working for that money, then they give it away for someone to develop a game, and you're trying to enjoy the development of that. That's what you do. Yeah, I love that. What? I don't think they do. That's the thing with new games. If your internet breaks down, you can't get, you know, access to your stuff that you bought, that you own, right? You don't own shit. That's not yours. You own the right to use it when you have internet or when it works. That's what you pay for, the right to use it. So it's just a freaking illusion. And yeah, sure, I made an own like livery to my plane, an old panel, but if this plane doesn't work, yeah, I can throw it in the garbage. You know? So it just invested time and money and time and money. So I think I'd rather put that into real flying actually. But I have other plans as well, so you can't have it all at the same time. Maybe you can, but do I dare to dream that? Do I dare to manifest it? You can't have it all. Right. VTCs, what's that? I mean, we are just their, I don't know, resources for developing stuff, because we the one paying for it. So it's a smart setup, and people just, you know, go along with it. I mean, what can you do really? Everyone needs to stop paying for this, so they just, you know, solve it in some other way. I don't know. Then they probably won't develop anything because they don't get paid. So I think maybe, you know, like 5 or 10 years in the future, people are gonna enjoy this and are gonna use it professionally for education and, you know, getting the certificates and whatnot. But as it is for now, in this phase of, you know, development, it's a joke, really. It's a good ambition. It's a beautiful ambition and illusion, but it needs to work. Oh, ATS. You know what? Today I was like checking out some of my older videos, and I had such an itch just to put in the steering wheel, you know, connected to the computer. But then I was like, no, I don't even have the energy to find out if it's gonna work today or not. I'm not done with it. I'm not, but I just feel that I don't know. Then I thought maybe ETS, because that tend to be more stable. And I haven't even tried it. I updated my latest driver to the graphics card, but I didn't bother trying the ATS or the ETS. I was like, F it. I'm so sick of it. Like, it's a constant worry. You can't really relax, and then you just, you know, want to create some good content and it crashes on you all the time, like every 10 or 15 minutes. That's ridiculous. You can't work with that shit. Sorry. Yeah, they do have their own simulators at the driving schools. They do. Yeah, you know, I was so close just to throw everything out the window a couple of times because, but I'm sure it's not. That's not the devil. I kind of have a high respect for the team that develops ATS because I see what they do and I admire that. They put resources and they put real effort into do something. It's not just about milking people for money and resources. They actually like what they do, and you can tell that they do. So it's not Microsoft. And of course it's not Microsoft developing this one, but they are in the background, and if they want to tie a Sobo's hand behind their back for some reason, they're gonna do it. So they don't have free hands, I'm sure. But that's only my opinion and my, you know, theory. But and then ETS team, I don't know what they are doing. I'm confused about that. Like, it's basically the same game. It's developed by the same, you know, company. And how is that the teams are not cooperating? Maybe they do, but how come there are so many different things in the, you know, ETS versus ATS? ATS is like superior to ETS in some ways. Not really the trucks like that, but the environment, you could say. Yeah, they do, right? Yeah. Alright, let's see where we're gonna turn next. Alright, we're gonna turn left. Lefty, lefty, righty, tighty. Oh. Bad textures. Right there. I spotted one. And there. But this is good. Yeah, well. But I was actually playing this from day one. The Flight Simulator 2020. So I must say I was overwhelmed from start. It was such a big step from Flight Simulator X. It was a huge step. But then there's these kind of things like the ATC and stuff. They just don't put any effort into that. It's still the same old BS crap. And with winds, you know the one? I have it on stream, one of my streams, where I see two windsocks pointing at each other on the same field. And they are like a couple of feet apart, just, I don't know why that is, but they're pointing at each other. And I'm like, alright, which one is which? So, and same with the weather reports versus the socks. They can be contradictory. You never know if it's the right, but it's always 180 degrees miss. So it's either this or that. And how you cannot fix that, that's beyond me. Like, that is kind of a key thing, right? The winds. If you create a flight simulator, the winds are essential at all times. How can you not fix that? Like, it's like yeah. It's just a big joke. I don't know. I understand that they need to put resources on other important stuff like getting things to look right and all of that, but come on. Come on. It's like it's a key thing, right? How much did I pay for it? For what? Like the base game? The base game was I bought the premium one. I started, I went all in. So that was like 120 bucks or so. I don't know how 110, something like that. Over 100 bucks anyway. It was crazy expensive. And I don't know, I invested kind of a lot in it, so I don't know. I mean, in the beginning you didn't have much planes, so every time they released something new, you were like, oh, a new plane, I have to have it, like, And when these guys, I can pronounce them, anyway, guys who made this, and well as many others, they are doing it so well. So it's like, I think I have most of their planes actually. Maybe not all of them, but most of them. It was like every time they released a new one, I was on it in a minute, like. And that's good because these GPSs, Garmin's 750XI, they are connected to those, so they work with those mainly. I think they might work with others as well, but mainly it's why can I remember? Can I check it out somewhere? Yeah. No, I cannot. I think I can't. Alright, whatever. Yeah, ETS has less A traffic, but I have a mod for that as well, so like more traffic. I mean, it's worked pretty good, except for the bus drivers, I think. The bus drivers are like crazy. They're coming around the corners like super fast. They don't slow down for anyone. Like, they're not even afraid of, flipping over, tipping over in the turns. Like, they're just crazy. And I don't know why they are doing that, but no other AI. I mean, it seems to be like that on purpose. I'm not sure, but it's kind of like someone was like, bus drivers are crazy, we need to make them crazy. What? Right. I kind of want to find a place to land, like a campsite, actually. Don't have to be an airstrip, but it needs to be flat and long enough, so it could be a ridge. Just camp out a bit. Yeah, maybe he was, and he hated his job. So, oh, look at that. What's that? That seems like a perfect spot. Let's check it out. All right. Autopilot. Disengage. That's like a plateau of some kind. We need to check that one out. See what surface we can find there, and why is my lights on? Did I forget them? I kinda need an after takeoff checklist. See that plateau over there? It seems like somewhere you could land. Maybe not with these wheels though. Tiny wheels, but the big upside of the simulator, it doesn't really care about that. You can have small wheels and do bush landings anyway. Let's circle this area first and check it out. And if we would land from the right to the left. how the winds are, kind of. Just go straight ahead. Yeah. What? That one? It's blue. Hang on. Alright, so I mean it looks doable. Let's take one more turn. I will go for it. Just I need to have the winds in my favor. So I need to reconsider where I'm coming from and where I'm going. So, and it's gonna go, it seems to be like a slope going down, so it's gonna be good to take off, but not so much land, but it seems to be a lot of space, so I think we're good. Perfect place to camp on and check out the view in the surroundings, right? Alright, let's go through the checklists. Pump is still on because I forgot. Lights are on. Prop is full. And flaps 10. Gears coming down. Oh, we can't be too low though. Flaps 20. Flaps 30, full flaps. It's not 30, that's probably 45 or something like that. But no clue. Seems like we have a slight crosswind coming from the right, so we're drifting, but it's okay. I think I'd rather go this way. Like, we might just do a flyover, like a low flyby. We should actually. In real life, we should. It's not entirely straight, so it's kind of, and it's sloping downwards, so we're gonna float for ages here. Alright, I'm losing one flap. Ouch! I was actually a little bit too high up. Too high up. Alright. I like how it wiggles on the uneven ground. We need some, you know, view, right? So let's check out this place over here. Might do it. I think this is safe. Safe distance. Alright. Let's kill the engine. Lights. Pump. And yeah, we're gonna have to set up the new flight plan anyway, so let's kill the battery as well. And yeah, not gonna, yeah, we need to actually get rid of the pilot. It's gonna look funny when he sits there by himself. And let's open everything just with this one. So there we go, and set up the camp for a bit. And here we are. This is so pretty. Alright, and let's see if we can pop into the drone and see if we can sit down in the chair with it. I mean, hang on. 5, it's too fast. Too freaking fast. Now it's too slow. Oh, now it's too fast again. Wow. There's no middle way, right? Almost. Yeah, so I'm like zzz, like a fly. Hang on. Wee. There. A little bit to the right. That's it. Ah, yeah. Maybe a little lower. Just like so. Okay. Yep. This is life. What's cooking? Mmm. Fried vegetables and eggs and hamburgers. I'll have a beer. Yeah. Let's open up the. It's not easy. Hang on. The cooler. We need to find it and then open lid and drink out. There you go. Knock yourself out. Yep. It's really cool. Me too. I love this little add-on. Oh shit. Sorry. I love this little add-on. It's kind of nice. I just accidentally pushed the wrong button, but it's fine. I want to see the whole setup anyway. So one thing they kind of missed on this plane is the tie down function. So once in a while you want to tie down your plane even on an airport, and this the static elements are not, that's not included in the static, so just the covers and the wheel shocks, but no tie down, so it's not tied down. I would definitely tie down the airplane if I would land on the highlands like this. I mean, it could get airborne. I'm not kidding you. Like hovering away, you know, and just flipping over or whatever, getting damaged. So it's yeah. Bottle of whiskey. Oh yeah, no. This is just, you know, light beer, I guess. Tow bar. The tow bar. Interesting. But no tie down. I can't tie it down. I think I'm gonna mail them, write them and ask if they're planning on adding the, you know, tying the plane down. I'm not sure. Maybe the Freedom Fox has that. Oh no, no, they don't. I think they forgot it as well. They have like a camp similar to this one, not as advanced, but still you got like a tent and maybe a chair. I don't know, something like that. But it's a function of the aircraft, so it's included in the aircraft. And the fun part about that is when everything is packed, it appears back in the plane. So if you look back behind your back, you get actually a sleeping bag, you got the tent, everything packed up nicely, and you can have a bag beside of you or a co-pilot, and you would see it. So it's not just from outside like in this and the other ones. You can actually see the co-pilot beside of you, and that is really cool. I kind of wish it was the same with this one, but it is not. So some planes they have it. I think Just Flight has a plane. The Warrior, I think it is. That one has it as well. The stakes. What do you mean? Stakes in the ground? For the tie down. Well, sorry, I don't understand if it's a question. Like, so what's with the stakes in the ground? Yeah, exactly. Stake with ropes, just like the tent. That's the same for the plane. Just tie it down. That's what I was talking about anyway. I don't know what you mean, but yeah, on the plane it would be like one on each wing, I think, and one in the front, or maybe on 4-point, like one on each wing and one in the rear and one in the front. That's how I would tie it down. But I think just having the wings would stabilize it enough so it wouldn't get airborne for sure. But I would want to tie it down on 4 points, like the wings and rear, the tail and the nose. I would tie it down. Yeah. But they don't get airborne in the in the simulator anyway, so it's fine. It's such a pretty model. I mean, they did it so well. So this seems to be like 79. I don't know. I think I'm not sure. I'm not an expert in these, but I think the 80s model had different cowling, like round holes, basically. Like it was a different, and I like this one better actually. The older one. And they also come with or without a turbo, I think. So turbo has like 300 horses or so. And they talked about some turbo that actually doesn't work all the time, but it gives more effect, like power on higher altitudes, you could say. So on the ground and on low level, it doesn't have to work, and that's how it's so long lived, the turbo and the engine. Kind of helps each other to live longer, you could say. The turbo doesn't make too much no work, and the engine as well. Just that's a good solution, if you ask me. Such a cool plane. I remember seeing these when I was a kid. My dad took me to one of the airfields around Stockholm, and a little smaller one, but they still had some commercial flights, like Twin Otter and Fokker 50, I think, and had Saab 340 turboprop, and other than that, it was a lot of Cessnas and Pipers and Beechcrafts going on that airfield and airport It's actually a smaller airport. And the first time I saw a Cessna with retractable gears, that was it for me. I mean, I love the Cessna, but I kind of was disturbed about the wheels hanging out all the time. And when I saw this one and it just folded up, disappeared, I was like, oh, I'm in love. Like, that was so cool. And I mean, they look so sleek, and they're fast. They're really fast for being like a small airplane like this, and they have plenty of lift. So I don't know how that is, but it seems to me this is way more efficient than the 172. I mean, it's all about power, of course, power to weight ratio and all that, but anyway, so enough of talking. Let's pack up and keep flying. But I need to check one thing though, so I'm gonna take a short break. I will be back in a bit. Sorry. All right, I'm back. Let's get this bird up in air. And let's pack things up. Boom. Done. All right. Cargo door, baggage door. Cargo door. Pilot. Pilot. And pilot. There. So you can see him. Okie dokie. Let's start her up now. Oh, how about some battery? Some avionics. Some lights. Not all of them lights though, because we need to do this. This we need to do. And the plan is gone. What? What is this? Is that like the closest airport maybe? Maybe that's it, yeah. Could be. What was it? Kilo? Sierra Uniform November? Yeah, I remembered. It's always fun when I remember stuff because it's like, what? Okay, let's just zoom out and see if we can find anything. Okay, so it's kind of like south from here, and then we will continue. It's fine, really. That is doable. No problemo. Do I have some coffee left? I do. That sweet joy. All right. Fuel pump on. Priming engine. Clear.
Clear.
All right. Put all the lights on. We are in middle of nowhere. So emergency parking brake and whoa, kind of stuck. That's not good. We are stuck. We need more effect too, so. It's a huge step for mankind and for me too. I don't know. Oh Lord, that was a big bump, and we have a big bump here too. So I don't know if I can get over this one, but I'm gonna try. Yep, we're over it. There you go. Right, Vince? There you go. So this is gonna be not a good thing for poor landing gears today. It's gonna be we need to check them later. Oh, I'm turning. There we go. I really want to turn. All right, so. How about turning right, please? All right, we keep going, no problem. Oh boy. Ooh. He wants to go off-road. All right. Here we are. This is us. Okay. Oh boy. This is gonna be a bumpy ride for sure. I'm just gonna set up the mixture for best. Alright, I'm gonna have full flaps in a bit. Set. Land lights on. Alright, let's go. Here we go. Full flaps coming up in a bit. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright. Full flaps. We are airborne as... Alright, thank you for closing the window, Invisible Man. Better than let it rip it off, right? So we're flying with full flaps here. Alright, now I'm gonna gears up. I'm not gonna, I don't wanna, I really need more speed. Alright, so we're gonna use this flaps 20, flap 0, and off we go. Yep, that was it. And that's how it's done. So, getting cocky here. Alright. Well, earlier today I showed the opposite of this, so that's how it's not done. That's not how you're supposed to do it. Actually not supposed to take this aircraft on these off-field landings anyway, so. Are we going south? Yes. We are. Right. Landing lights off. So the reason for me just pulling back on the yoke all the time during the takeoff roll was just I didn't want to get stuck with a nose wheel or something and it would just come to a halt or sudden whatever. That's what you do in reality too. If you bump into rocks or whatever, just ease the pressure on the front wheel, on the nose wheel. And also get airborne a little faster, but you can't keep pulling it because you would stall obviously. That's a given. Some minor stuttering, nothing serious. What is that? Singward button box. Yeah, those button boxes are cool. I wanted one, but I'm not gonna pay that kind of money for it. That was crazy. Like, I was going through, it was on the site for American Truck Simulator stuff, gear shifters and whatnot, and button boxes. And when I was done with mine, it would cost like, I think $600 or so. And that's how I want it. So either that or no box at all. I'm just, it's not gonna be that much, cheaper anyway. Maybe you get a base product for maybe $250, but that's super basic, like small and plastic. So I just thought if there would be some reason for it, I better, I would order one of those, but nah, I have plenty of buttons here. I don't need more. Not for that kind of money anyway. Ignition, yeah. But I'm actually gonna invest. Um, I could say the switch box or whatever for the plane simulator. That one doesn't cost much, like 50 bucks or so. Not that expensive. But obviously it's not gonna work with ATS because it has like its own software that you need to connect it to. And that software you can change the profile depending on what plane you're flying. So it's kind of complex. It's not an easy thing. And people are developing profiles and put it on the internet so you can download it so you don't have to do the work yourself. That's good, but it doesn't work with anything what I know of anyway, because that would be really cool if I could get that one to work with with ATS, because it's a key on it as well, like an ignition, so that would be perfect. And then like 8 buttons, I think. 8 switches, not buttons, switches. But yeah, I wouldn't say the ATS button box is worth it. It's a ridiculous amount of money for. I mean, it looks great. It's probably great too, but all depending on how much money you're making, obviously. So if you're making a lot of money, then it's fine. I don't. So, and I'm still overstepping. Like the one, what was it? I think his name was Brian, the one dude who made the 379 Pete, and asked like, was it 70 or 80 bucks for it? Like, what is so special with your product? So I was like thinking, yeah, it must be really special, and you probably can do everything what you can do with the other trucks and more. And that's how it, the description was that it was hyped up. And I kind of, I like Jeff Fabiano. I look at his content a lot, and I like the guy, and I kind of trusted that his, review was spot on. But that was 2 years old, and he kind of made a comparison with Brian's 379 and Dom's 379, where he would say like, well, I would recommend Brian's before Dom's. I would not recommend Dom's. And in today, present time, I'd say Dom's is superior to Brian's. So I don't know, maybe he changed that after that review, stepped up his game, but you still don't have to pay like 70, 80 bucks for his 379. So I made a big dodo. I made a big mistake with that one, and I'm like so sour. Like that was a stupid move. Like I need to hold on to my money, and I do a thing like that. But obviously I checked the reviews, and it looked great. And then when I buy it, half of the stacks are missing. Like some of them, you see the heat shield, then no stack, things like that. And small bumpers, he had like two or three big bumpers, but not many choices with that. And the reason I wanted that was the interior, was the panel, the dashboard. I like those old 379 dashboards, the square ones. And that was the main reason I wanted to buy it. But and you can't have a pusher axle on a stretched one. You can't have different antennas on the rear view mirrors. And obviously I would have never bought it if Viper's, the free one on the not marketplace, on the workshop. Viper 2 Peterbilt 379 389. If that one, I made like 10 different trucks of that one, and he has both panels, that guy, and it was free. And one day it just didn't update anymore, and the GPS doesn't work in it. And I don't use the overlay, I use the real little GPS, and that stopped working. So I stopped using the truck, sadly. Maybe you can still hear it talk with you. Maybe that's enough, but I would never bought Brian's Pete anyway. That was a big mistake. But I bought a few really cool trailers from Pinga Mods. Those were awesome. But now I can't use them. So that's exactly what we've been talking about. Your investment, you put your time and money into something that might not work in the end. And for me it doesn't, so I probably need a new computer anyway. So I don't know how I'm gonna solve that. Probably not. Doesn't matter, I can fly. Yeah, 350. Yeah, the 359. You know what? I should have bought that one instead. It's so cool because it's a real classic. But I was like, I want that square panel, the 80s panel. But yeah, it was a huge mistake. Well, sometimes it's like that, right? Right, so what is going on? I'm just flying, but it seems like, it kind of seems like I'm on track without me knowing about it. I'm just flying. Yeah. Buy everywhere, right? Then again, you never know. Maybe there's things that didn't work out with that truck. It might be just with me, you know, my own computer, my own stuff. And for someone else it works just fine, you know. So I can't really blame the product if I don't have the, you know, the correct setup and things that works, that are working. So, well, it's fine. I mean, it's fully possible that I would just buy a new motherboard, and I have a better case than the one I have now, because this one was in this tiny little case when I bought it. I mean, it has a glass side, and that's cool and all, but I really don't fancy these small cases for computers. They need to breathe, and you know, my hard drives are like squeezed in, and they don't breathe, that's for sure. Like, they don't breathe at all. They are constantly hot. I'm sure that's not good. And so, freaking, what is going on here? Let's get higher up. So I have a case. That's actually my older computer. I still have it. It's an i7 4770 series, so it's pretty old, but it's probably still working fine. But the graphics card isn't the best in that one, because yeah, obviously I took the graphic card I needed to the new computer. So but I would use that case, and I would maybe buy a new, you know, motherboard and just put everything over there, and it might solve you know, every issue, because it would probably do. It would probably solve it, because it's basically a new computer. Since it doesn't looks like I have trouble with the memories, and I don't have trouble. But I don't know about the graphics card though. It had some overheating issues a while ago, and I was running it like that for, I'd say, at least a month before I recognized it and changed the fans on it, and now it works perfectly fine. So it seems, anyway, with the clock speed and everything, so it seems to be working just like it was before. But a guy told me that it could actually maybe suffered some form of damage, you know. And we were just pondering about the reasons why I would have that many crashes with ATS and ETS. So ATS, ETS, and Grand Theft Auto, those are the three ones that are crashing for me, like on a regular basis. ETS was stable, then I don't remember if it was after an update, but all of a sudden it started to be unstable. So it could be a mod, you know, it could be, I don't know. But that's always kind of hard to find out. I don't think that's the graphic. No. Either you can run it or you can't run it. It's the temperature that you need to check out for. You know, you need to. I had what was it? The Afterburner application for overclocking, but it's also, this one is not overclocked. I mean, it's overclocked in the factory. It's an OC, but I use it to set up like a profile for the fans, so they would work more efficiently and keep it cooler. And that's the only thing you need to worry about. You don't never have to worry about setting too high graphics. If it works, it works. And it's the power management and the cool and keep it cool. That's what because if you're reaching the limit, it starts to downclock itself and fluctuates back and forth, like back to normal clock, and then it clocks down, so it, you know, it cools off. That's the way it cools off, and protecting itself, the components. But that's what it did when the fans were broken. Actually, it was clocking down, clocking up, clocking down. And I know for fact that ATS is very sensitive for varying clock speeds. Like that was when I have the most crashes, and it was constant. It was crazy. And I tried to solve it, and I didn't realize, I didn't check the temperature. I didn't realize it was running on 90 degrees constantly, like constantly. It's a Strix card, 1080 Ti. And two fans were off, so one fan tried to do the whole work, and it was not able to do so. But yeah, that is solved, so it runs. Kind of runs low on this game, 1898 megahertz. That's what it runs on the GPU clock. But normally it runs about 1911. That's very normal. Sometimes 1947, but usually 1911. That's the usual clock speed for it. And it always fluctuates a little, but not much. Just a little. Now it's 1898 still. Now it's, oh, that was interesting. It went down to 1569, then it went up to 1898. So I don't know, maybe I should check it out a little bit more and try different games. Maybe it's damaged, I don't know. That was a big fluctuation, like crazy. But it could be also the game, because it's kind of reading in, you know, buffering, you could say. And then the card like, okay, what's happening? Can I have some frames? No? Alright, there we go. And there he starts again. So it waits for the data to come in. I'm thinking of downloading entire freaking Idaho actually on disk. Let's see what you're writing there. Battery? Oh yeah, no problem with that. If you're on a stationary computer like the one with the case, not a laptop, you just pick optimal, like you pick everything on performance. You don't worry about power. Like I have a setup, power management setup for that always. That's on performance, and same on the graphics card. I have it on performance with the power at least. I have a few other settings that I set up just so it will always work optimally and optimal best possible way for it to get most power. So, and the same with the overclocking. I don't need to overclock it really. It's just, you know, it's a lottery. Some cards can be overclocked, so it actually makes some difference. But then some can't be overclocked really that much, and so I don't bother. But you can always apply more, not voltage, but more power. Like usually it's on 100%, but if you want it to full, you know, unleash, they say, unleash the potential of your graphics card, you should put it on 120. It's not going to hurt it. It's going to help it work like it's kind of like it feeding it, and you can check it out. It's not damaging the card. It's just putting on a high performance, you could say. And still, you just need to worry about the cooling. That's the only thing you need to worry about, and not change the voltage. That's kind of you can if you know what you're doing, but I feel that I wouldn't mess with that. I don't have that knowledge. But overclocking, I mean, you can do it until it crashes, and then you just step back. So you just take small steps overclocking the GPU, and when you're done with that, you're overclocking the memory, and when you're done with that, you just stay in the safe zone without it crashing the benchmark or any type of game, basically. So it's a long process of doing that, and sometimes you win. Like I had a 1070 Ti card, also Strix. That one was crazy good with overclocking. So it was a remarkable difference on the card after overclocking. This one, I could barely overclock it. It was like 25 megahertz, then it would like crash. So I didn't bother. I just didn't overclock it. It was no use. It's already overclocked in factory anyway, so that might be the reason it didn't have any, you know, any more to give, basically. Nothing more. Yeah, desktop. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can recommend one channel you can be watching at. He has a lot of valuable things in his fund. J2 Cent. J2 Cents. He has a lot of, you know, good advice, and for power management on the computer, and also overclocking and stuff like that. And I would trust him with the information that he gives out, so I do at least. That looks like a long airstrip. I think I want to check it out, but the stuttering makes me crazy. Like, I can't go down low. What is this? It's like, alright, let's stay everything on low, like 0 graphics. No, just kidding. I'm just gonna slide these because these are easy to. It's like 10-10. Let's do this. So much fun. Like, everything is freaking blurry. But yeah, it actually works. It seems like it works a lot better. Alright. So, let's see. I think I put them on 120, both of them, when I was earlier, like before they updated. And the slider used to be so much shorter, I think. So, terrain level of D 120 and... Oh, this one is 200. Alright, so put this one 120 as well. See if this one helps with the stuttering. I mean, it's not as much data, so let's try it. I mean, it looks decent. But I think I tried this yesterday and it didn't help. So if the only solution is get everything to 0, that's not a solution. Like, yeah, it's still stuttering, so. And I won't go to 0, so what can be done? Nothing really. I tried to go over the shadows, I tried to go through the textures, I tried all that. It didn't do any difference. It was like, either it works or it doesn't work. So when it works, then you know that it's actually not overloaded. It's actually supposed to work. But this seems like a crazy approach from here, like really strange. But this is into the wind, so. Alright. Supper, you say? Full flaps. Gears are down. Yep. Almost butter. Almost, yeah. Yeah, try the performance plan, the Windows. I mean, it's the easiest way, but I would still recommend knowledge. It's just generic money. And you know, I had a whole lifetime with computers that was too underpowered all the time. Like, I remember when they released Far Cry 1, and that was so before its time. It was so tough on the components, and especially the graphics cards. Like, you could not, and I just wanted, you know, high graphics on that one so badly because it looks so great, but was always stuttery and really bad. So, you know, you need to get compromised. And I built computer after computer. I think I struggled with that for years. Like, you know, you can only do so much. Then you need to gather some money and get new components and build more and maybe build a new computer. But I never built, you know, entirely new. So I was just adding things and changing things and, you know, upping the computer as it was. And I think I actually went through 3 generations of computers until I got it to work when it was powerful enough. And I think it was after they released the second Far Cry, somewhere in the vicinity. And that one could actually, you know, it was awesome with both the games. But that was the only time when I actually made Far Cry 1 work full graphics. And, you know, so knowledge is good. It's the best way to know where your limitations are for your machine and what you can do to prevent any, you know, bottlenecks, let's say. Assassin's Creed, yeah, that's a great game. Yeah. Oh, Apple, I don't know much about them. Cool. You've been around with those, right? Let's see, how long is it to, or, yeah, it's pretty close, so let's fly the last leg and then we're done. It feels underpowered now for some reason, I don't know. Flaps 10. Okay, come on. Stay in the ground effect for a bit. Gears up. Flaps 0, tapping brakes. Now, there we go. You're welcome. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And enjoy your supper. And see you next time, hopefully. Stuttery. So I might as well go back to 200 because this is not gonna make any difference. Truly not. What was it? 200 here and 200 there. And IDs I already took down to high instead of ultra, so already compromised. Super sampling 8x8. Let's try this. 0 texture resolution. That's also on high, not on ultra. I would love that on ultra. And I had it on ultra and it worked for a bit. So I don't know. And all of a sudden stopped working. Whatever. Let's keep going. Maybe it's the amount of grass. Since I'm so close to the ground, so it kind of needs to read the grass. Hang on, let's see. So we take this one back. And actually alter on that one. And then we're gonna reduce the, what was it? Grass and bushes. Oh, that's on high. That's not even on. All right, well. Oh, that was the textures. Hang on, go back. That's it. I wouldn't be too surprised if it has to do with the network. All the data that needs to be streamed. Yeah, it's not that either. It doesn't matter. I can have everything on maximum or whatever. Doesn't make any difference. It sucks. Alright. Let's try this. Now the shadows again. Sucks. All right. Doesn't matter. There we go. I just need to gain some altitude and then we're set. Set 21.8 nautical miles left. Then we are there. We have 1.5 hours of fuel left. With this setting, I mean we have full power right now, so. And now it's smooth, like nothing happened. For a bit, anyway. Check the data. Set the multiplayer off. See if it helps. Current data consumption 29.12 gigabytes. What's this data tracking reason? Yeah, all right. It would be crazy if the multiplayer function would cause it to what's the word? Stutter. would be happy if that was if I just found any solution. I wouldn't be happy about it. What do you know? Like, the graphics are set on very high now anyway, so. Oh no, there's the stutter again. Yeah, so it just comes and goes. It doesn't matter what I do really. They need to fix the game. Whatever. It is what it is. Ouch. 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 Oh boy. Oh. Why would you do that? That was barely. Yeah, starting to make stupid decisions now. Let's land on that road. Alright. Twelve nautical miles to our destination. So gain some altitude because the stuttering is just making me crazy. And it usually doesn't stutter or not that much on higher altitudes. So obviously the detail's gonna be not as demanding, but it doesn't matter. It's different from case by case. So I can be in a city and have smooth experience, have a smooth flight. And I can be in the middle of nowhere and get stutters like crazy. Doesn't matter really. So I might just shut the engine off just to spice things up a little. See if I can land. Just for giggles. Three in use.
Haley Tower Skylane November 7774 Delta is 6 miles north of 9,000 feet without the delay.
Skylane November 7774 Delta Haley Tower. Altimeter 30.16.209er at 20. Make straight in runway 13. Skylane November 7774 Delta wind 209er at 20. Clear to land runway 13.
Clear to land runway 13 Skylane November 7774 Delta.
Yep, I killed the engine. So no engine. No power. It's not an easy task when you have stutterings going on like this to really count on how long you would get at a certain speed, but we'll see. I will not. I'm actually gonna close the cowl flaps as well. Don't need excessive drag. Don't need cooling either because I don't need it, right? Gears coming down. Flaps 10. Whoa. This is going to be interesting. Flaps 20. Flaps 30. There we go. Almost got it right. Let's see if I
Skylane
can.
November 7774 Delta exit runway when able. Skylane November 7774 Delta contact ground on 121.7.
121.7 Skylane, November 7774 Delta.
But this is where we're gonna park anyway. There we go. Gonna let the flaps down. Alright, thank you so much for watching and see you on the next one. Bye bye.